all the same assistants on the defensive side of the ball for the third straight year?
I feel like it's a positive for me because I know what they're looking for, I know what they want, and I'm just trying to go out there and execute all those details and little tangibles they need in order to play the D-line position for Coach Banks and Coach Gardner. So I feel like it's a positive, and it just helps me and gives me a lot of encouragement to know that I'm working with the same guys from the previous year.
Ben?
Bryson, Coach Gardner just talked to us about Elijah and Tyler being different guys this camp. Elijah allowing his teammates and coaches to push the D into wall, and Tyler being more of a Tennessee guy than a Tyler Barrett guy. Just how have you seen them be different this fall camp and kind of how they're going about their business?
For one, Tyler has took a leader role, and I feel like he's doing a great job at it, leading us with positive energy, positive feedback, and things like that. And Big E, he switched from 51 to number 10, and he feel like he's just a whole new dude. But those two guys been doing a great job. He's just being real aggressive, doing everything he needs to do, getting his guys doing everything like that. And like I said again, Tyler's just being a great leader, coming into that leader role and just being positive and showing a lot of love to all the guys in the room.
Ben?
How much of an emphasis has there been in trying to get more pressure and effective in the quarterback with the front four this year?
We want to be able to do that with the four guys and not be able to blitz a lot. So us just working on our pass rush games and just getting the details, finding out what to help us, what to work for each and every individual in the room. So just little things like that. We're just trying to get better so we don't have to blitz as many guys.
Adam?
How difficult is it to bring a pass rush when you're not coming off the edge, when you're having to fight blocks on the interior?
It's a little difficult because, sometimes you may receive a double team and sometimes the center might come to you late. But it's just all about learning the game, playing the game, getting the feel for it, and just learning ways to avoid that from happening. And just sometimes you just got to run through somebody. It ain't always going to be pretty, so you just got to be a dog sometimes.
Casey in the back?
Coach Gardner mentioned how this year the players are really holding each other accountable, maybe a little bit more than in the past. Can you speak to kind of how you've seen that come to fruition inside the room and how it compares to previous years as well?
Most definitely. I feel like I said, Tyler has been a great leader and Big O has been a great leader for us inside the room, and just holding everybody in their room accountable, making sure that we are doing what we're supposed to do, where we're supposed to be, and just little things like that. And being a leader don't necessarily mean you have to be like a mean, tough guy. Like, they be a leader, but they show love, they lead the way. And man, that energy and that positivity just makes everybody else want to follow their lead and do what they ask us to do. So I feel like the guys inside the room that has been asked to take their leader role are doing a great job by it and bringing a lot of positive energy.
Well, Eric and then Dr. Vince?
Bryson, you guys lost some production last year with BY and Latrell, but you have a lot of guys who have played a lot of snaps for Tennessee the last couple of years. Do you feel like this group, because it's so veteran-led, has a chance to be better than some of the lines of the last 2 years?
I definitely agree because I feel like we have depth. We have like probably 4 groups that can go in and just work hard and it won't even digress, not even a bit. So losing guys like that is, might be a downfall, but we don't want anything to downfall. Everybody in the room just trying to work, get better, regardless if you're 2, 3, 4. We all got the same agenda and let's just get better.
Vince?
We've heard quite a few compliments on Omar Norman live. What can you tell us about his skill set?
Real explosive dude, shifty, learning the playbook very well, coaching other guys, helping other guys as well. Just a real overall athlete, beast, dog, whatever you want to call him. He all of that and one and just a great player. He gonna help us a lot too.
Patrick?
Bryson, how do you feel like the first 6 days of camp have gone with some of those battles with the offensive line? Who you think's had the edge overall through 6 days? You guys should go on Pat's day too.
I feel like that it's gonna be a battle each and every day. We both trying to sharpen our, get each other better. But those guys have been working very hard over there. Like, for instance, we'll run out the stack and they running with us. So just to see them working, we just can't, as defensive linemen, can't let those guys outwork us. So it's just been a great deal all around for the interior and the front.
Ben?
Bryson, individually, what do you really want to work on this offseason and where do you feel like you are at the beginning of fall camp?
I just want to continue to work on my pass rush, get those down, have a little couple pass rush moves, and just get better overall, and just learning how to shoot my arms and disengage, little things like that to just take my game to the next level.
Take 2 more. Eric?
Kind of on that note, you came in linebacker, we're on the edge, now you've kind of worked yourself in. You've been in the same spot for a little while now. how much progress do you feel like you've overcome the last couple of years?
Just being able to be comfortable at the position, know what I'm doing, know my assignment, and just learning different details to help me be better at the position. It's just a great feeling to finally be somewhere where I know I can play and stay, and my position won't change. But it's just, like I said, just a great feeling, and I've been enjoying it. Having a lot of helpful guys around, like Tyler, Dom, Omar. They just helping out and teaching me things, showing me things, and it's always positive and it's coming out of a form of love. So I've been enjoying it, embracing a while back, but just enjoying it, embracing it, and trying to be a great player for the team and help those guys out.
Wes, last question.
In terms of the team overall, what's sort of the secret or the key to taking what was a good season last year, but maybe understanding that a little bit more is required to kind of get to that next level? Because I'm sure you want to be happy about the team going as far as it did last season and the improvement, but obviously wanting more still.
Just know that last year was last year, and this year we know we're gonna have to work for it. And just be hungry and go out there and take it. And just like I said, be a team together. And the D line, we want to start with us, like just disrupt the game from the jump. And like I said, man, we're not too much worried about last year. We have a whole new year, a whole new schedule. So just focus on taking game by game and just go 1-0 every one of those.
I feel like it's a new season, new opportunity to change how I play. I've done better this spring, so I felt like a new number, it's a new me. So,
Ben?
Coach Gardner was just in here talking about kind of what he's been preaching to you about when you hit that wall, keep pushing, keep going, and said that you feel like your teammates and your coaches to push you more this offseason. What changed mentally for you over the offseason to allow your coaches and teammates to do that?
just basically, it's time now to change who I want to be in the future. I want to go to the next level, so I need to buy in. I feel like I need to buy in and just take the coaching just how it needs to be, and that's what I've been trying to do, basically.
Patrick? And then Casey in the back.
Elijah, did you have an option to get a single digit number, or how did you settle on 10 if you wanted a new number, a new outlook?
Well, I did want a single digit, but they were all taken up. But 10, I'm rocking with 10. I like that. So yeah.
Casey?
You touched on it a little bit, but when Coach Gardner was in here, he said there's a guy that shows up to practice sometime who's a 51 jersey guy, and then there's a guy who shows up who's the 10 from your difference from last year to this year. Who was the guy wearing jersey 51, and how would you describe the guy who's wearing jersey 10 this year?
I'll say 51. He was a guy that he strained sometimes. He took off some plays, you know, but he always wanted to finish. But number 10, he's gonna continuously fight, strain, and compete every day. Come out every day ready to play, ready to fight the next opponent each and every day, get better. So that's the main difference to me.
Rick?
What does a coach like Robert Ayers Jr. bring to the table for you and then the rest of the guys in the room?
He's the same guy every day. He's never going to change. He's always going to push us to be great, to be better each and every day. You know, we got new guys that came in. He gives them opportunities to be better, give them reps, especially in this time of the year where he's trying to see guys who's mentally prepared to go out and face the day. So, yeah.
Vince?
Coach Gardner also talked about you being able to make it through a game and have that endurance. Where have you come from in terms of your weight and also your endurance? So where do you want to be?
It's usually just every day trying to get a little cardio in after practice. Coach gives us cardio after practice as well, but just doing a little extra so I can get my endurance up and be ready to be play-by-play.
Where are you at weight-wise right now?
I'm at 340 right now.
Is that where they want you?
Yeah, it won't be in the range of 340 to 345, so I could be prepared to play going down, 'cause I'm losing weight every day. So they want me to be in that range. Once we get to the season, I'll be prepared to play at 335 in that range.
Ryan?
Have you noticed a change in your conditioning yet? Like, have you found yourself with more stamina in practice?
I'll say 100%. But I'm still just trying to condition every day to make my endurance better and better each day. So it's just a process throughout the whole camp. So.
Patrick?
Elijah, on the interior of your defensive line, you guys got some guys that have been around a few years now. Who are some of those guys that are pushing you, or is it just kind of natural that you guys are all battling for playing time and want to start and play a lot and all that?
We all push each other every day. We all want to compete for positions, but each and every person just trying to get better and better every day as we go along in this camp. And everybody pushes each other. So it's not just anybody singled out or anything like that. We're all just trying to compete and get better.
Vince, and then Eric, and then Ben.
Are there any young guys that have impressed you, whether it's at the D-line position or going up against offensive linemen? Anyone caught your attention as really, coming in and doing a good job early on?
One person I would say is definitely at the end spot. He's been coming in every day, trying to go with the standard. That's fighting, training, competing. He wasn't here in the spring. He had a little injury, but he's back now. Come 100%. He's been running to the ball, getting out the stack, doing exactly what coach wanted us to do. So that's one guy that stood out to me for the most part.
Eric?
Were you talking about Weathersby there?
No, Hobbs.
Hobbs? Okay.
Yeah, Hobbs, yeah.
What have you seen from Omar Norman Lott so far? What does he bring to the group?
Omar is a guy that's came out every day ready and prepared, because I know he wants to get to the next level, just like a lot of the older guys. But he's really been buying into the process, listening to coach exactly what he wants us to do, trying to be exactly how he wants us to be. And he's another guy that comes in later on after practice, gets work in. I know I caught him the other night coming in and do a little extra cardio, but he's one of those guys that's really want to be better. And he's really been showing it.
Elijah, I've got two questions for you. I wanted to ask you about singing the national anthem back in the spring at the baseball game. How did that come about, and how much did you enjoy doing that?
Well, for the first one, Coach Eck, he called me one day. He asked me if I wanted to do it. I thought he was playing around or whatever, but I said, of course I'll do it. I was like, sure. So he came back probably about 5 days later, told me he had it set up ready for me to do it. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll definitely do it. But singing is just something that I like to do in my free time, and I have no problem with going out on a big stage and singing. It's just something I love to do.
How would you grade your performance, and then also football-wise, how much of a different guy is Tyler Barron coming into this fall camp?
You saying how would I grade my performance?
How would you assess how you sang that day?
Probably could have did better, but I think overall it was all right. But with Tyler's definitely been coming in every day, ready to work. He's really been asking questions in the meeting rooms, asking questions that coach probably won't even have an answer to at the moment, but come back later and have it. But he's really one of those guys. He's smart. He's dedicated to the game, and he's really ready to compete at the next level.
Take two more. Vince, we'll go to you.
Has Squirrel said anything to you about the number 10?
No, he ain't said anything to me lately. But when we had the little media day, he wanted to do a little thing with the who else did it? I forgot who else did it, but they had a little video that was like doing a little thing with it. Somebody came back in, they was doing little pictures, and somebody came in and had the same number on. He wanted to do that with me, but he didn't say anything recently though.
Did you do it?
No, he didn't want to do it. He didn't do it after that.
Anything else for Elijah? Wes, last one.
Elijah, there have been, I guess, several clips the past few years where some of your best cut-ups from games where you'll kind of quickly reset the line of scrimmage and kind of do what you're supposed to do. Are those motivational things for you to look at those and be like, I could do that on a more consistent basis?
100%. I always strive to do exactly what I need to do every play. Try to do exactly what coach asks us to do, but it's just not even a pride thing. It's just being dedicated to one play at a time. Just being ready to reset every play and go hard as you can each and every time.
If I'm not mistaken, you're the lone veteran at that Leo spot. What's that kind of been like for you? I know you've been working with BY the last couple of years, but what's it been like for you taking on a leadership role and trying to bring those young guys along?
Well, I feel like last year I kind of realized that BY was going to be gone this next season. And so I kind of felt like I needed to step up at that point then. And so at this point, it's not just about just bettering myself, but bettering those around me. And I figured that out over the past couple of seasons. And so it's just about bringing those young guys along with me because, you know, I'm not going to be here next year just like BY wasn't here this year. So that's what it's about for me, making sure they're ready to lead when I'm gone.
Patrick?
For me, you were a young guy at one point, like James and Josh and Caleb. What do you try to tell them, or are you talking to the guy? Or you just kind of try to lead by example?
I do try to mostly lead by example, but if I can grab them one-on-one, I'll just try to tell them, you know, just to stay calm, you know, get what you can get out of this, you know, day by day. You know, don't let the mistakes get you down. Don't let hard days get you down, because they're gonna come. And so I just try to make sure they're prepared for that mentally. They already have it physically, so.
Adam, and then Vince?
At the Leo position, what's sort of the secret to getting sacks and getting a pass rush there? How much of it is natural ability and speed off the edge, and how much of it is sort of understanding the defense?
Well, I would say in this league, you know, everybody's fast and everybody's strong, but I would say it's your will. I would say it's your strain. How are you gonna strain? Like, you get beat on this block, are you gonna try to beat it, or are you just gonna stay there? You know, it's just about how are you willing to finish? You know, are you willing? You know, that's what it comes to down at this level. Everybody is already physical. Everybody's already fast. Everybody's already strong. So I feel like that's what separates.
Vince?
Roman, if you guys improve in a lot of areas defensively, how much can that maybe change the types of things you guys do defensively, whether it's schemes or calls that Coach Banks can go to?
Well, of course, you know, with more knowledge, you're able to do more things. And so what we've been working on is just trying to practice on new techniques and new defenses so that we're able to go to this defense, that defense, and keep the offense catching. You know? So it's just about growing our knowledge right now, and that's what we have been doing. And you'll see something.
Anything else for Roman? Vince again?
Coach Garner mentioned that you've had a good camp. What specifically do you feel like you've done well and improved in?
I would say my overall game and just my approach to the game as well. I'll say I've tried to work on my technique. I feel like I was already fast and strong and all that good stuff, but my technique and how I use my hands was a big thing that Coach G is always on me about, using my hands. And so I worked on that this fall, and just trying to make sure I know the playbook like the back of my hand, you know, and I already do because I've been in it for a couple years, but there's always going to be new plays, and so just making sure I'm prepared for, you know, anything like that. That's all.
Wes?
How much have y'all tried to push Elijah Simmons to kind of take things to the next level? Because y'all seen his best highlight clips, or, you know, he kind of changes the line of scrimmage quickly. What's been the key to try to get him to do that more consistently?
Oh yeah, and I apologize, guys. I just got out of the shower, so I'm very hot right now. No, we always knew that Elijah had it in him. It was just all on what he decided to do with it. And this fall, you know, he's grown in leaps and bounds, and we're ready to see what he's about to do because, you know, he's been hearing things that people say about him, and
what we tell him, and you know, he knows what to do at the end of the day, and we're just gonna let him do that.
Anything else for Roman, Vince? And we'll take one more after that, then we'll go on.
Going up against the offense, what do you see in Joe Milton now that he's the guy on that side?
Oh man, it's just like he's just way more dialed in. You know, the way he played the game is a lot more faster than it was in the past couple of years, I would say. And I just feel like that's because he's comfortable now. And you know, as the season goes on, I'm pretty sure we're going to see some great things from him. But from the day-to-day that I've seen from him, he's grown exponentially. You know, from his accuracy. You know, people saying he has a big arm and they're worried about his accuracy. I feel like that's grown a little bit from what I've seen. His play recognition, you know, recognizing the defenses, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. So, you know, and I'm not a quarterback coach, so I couldn't tell you everything, but I feel like his play has gotten better.
All right, last question, Wes.
It seems like this team sort of has a real confidence about it, you know, maybe not like an arrogance, but like a confidence that y'all feel like you're gonna be there, you're gonna be competing for championships. How is that, when you think about early in your career to what things are now, is it kind of crazy to think kind of how far things have come and where y'all wanna take this thing?
Oh yeah, man, you know, I can't talk about too much in the beginning, but you know, Tennessee became what I wanted it to be without me having to say a word, and that's a big up to Coach Hype. And you know, a lot of, you know, with the last stuff, I would just sit back and watch everything, and you know, this stuff, you know, they bring you in more, and you know, it's more of a family type of environment. So, you know, we pull each other along, and we bring the best out of each other because we expect the most from each other, because we ourselves are giving that. So, you know, we expect to win games, we expect to win championships, but you know, it's gonna come day by day. We know it's gonna come with the hard days. You're gonna have to work every day for it. Our technique, our plays, you know, knowing what you have to do, it all ties into it. And so we all know that as a group, and under Coach Hype, you know, we just expect to win.
Thanks, Roman. Thanks, everybody.